So guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to start my FIFA 19 Road to Glory series, which is going to be called How to FIFA Ultimate Team. Now the aim of this series is pretty simple. End FIFA 19 with a stacked club, which is a goal that we will accomplish. We will do that. Throughout this Road to Glory series, no FIFA points will be bought and no weekend league will be played. Now the reason for that is I want this Road to Glory to be aimed at the casual player. The kind of person who maybe doesn't have time to play weekend league and doesn't want to spend FIFA points. In this series, we will make coins, we're going to play divisions, we're going to complete SBCs, we're going to trade a little bit, we're going to complete objectives, and also we might now and then play squad battles. So we're going to make plenty of coins throughout this series, and we will end FIFA with an awesome club, I promise you that. This Road to Glory is going to be a pretty easygoing, laid-back series, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it nevertheless. I am going to try and make it as interactive a series as possible. I'm going to let you guys vote on the teams that I build and also vote on the players that I buy. So without further ado, let's get into things. Right then, here we go. Let's set up the Road to Glory account. So we get to pick ourselves a starter pack. I opted to go for France just because France have some good players in the Ultimate Team. I was hoping to get a good one in the starter pack. Unfortunately, we didn't, but we did get plenty of French players, which is nice because it does mean we're going to start Ultimate Team with pretty good chemistry. Not the best, but pretty good chemistry. We get to add ourselves a lone player to the squad, and obviously I'm going to opt for Griezmann because he fits the squad very nicely. We picked ourselves out a couple of kits and a badge. These don't matter too much throughout the series. We probably will change them. But there you have it. The account is set up. And because we are a returning player to Ultimate Team, we actually did get a couple of reward packs, which is nice. We don't get anything too special in these packs, but we can obviously use these players for trading. We can quick sell some of them to get some good LE coins, and also we can put some of them in SBCs, as well as using some of them in the squad, obviously. In pack number 2, we get ourselves a Danny Welbeck, which isn't an amazing pack, but he will sell for a couple of coins at the start of FIFA because he's a pretty good starter team option. We also get ourselves a French right back who obviously will fit into our squad. In pack number 3, we get a League One goalkeeper who once again will definitely be of use to us. He's going to go straight into our starting team and hopefully be a pretty good goalkeeper for us. In the 4th pack, we don't really get anything of much use, but we do get Vigo, who hopefully will sell for a bit of coinage with him being German and from the Bundesliga. Now before we do anything else, one thing we have to do is go to the EA Sports catalogue and buy as many of the coin boosts as we possibly can. Now if you've played Ultimate Team before, you'll know to do this, but if you are new to Ultimate Team, this is definitely something you should look into doing because it's going to give you bonus coins at the end of each match that you play. And those bonus coins are so useful at the start of Ultimate Team. Also, while you're in the catalogue, it's pretty good to pick up some of the loan players too, because obviously you're not going to be able to afford the superstar players at the start of Ultimate Team, but you can get some of them on loan, and they're going to be pretty damn useful at the start. As you can see, I pick up an Mbappe and Turvan, and both of them players are going to start for me. Obviously, you guys can pick up as many of the loan players as you want, and I do advise that you pick up as many as you can, and use some of them as super subs if they don't fit your team. Anyway, we fill out the rest of the squad with players that we got from the packs, and we've upgraded it pretty nicely, and thus far we have a pretty solid squad. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good for a starter team. But I just didn't want to go forward into a match with a bronze right centre back, so I went into the club, quick sold a couple of players, and listed a bunch up to hopefully generate some coins. Now, I probably should have discarded most of them, but I thought I'll list them up and hopefully get a few extra coins if people want these players, but I'm probably going to end up having to discard a bunch of these. But Danny Welbeck does sell, and we get about 700 coins for him, which is nice, and as you can see, we already have 600 coins from discarding that Ruiz, which does give us just over 1k in coins to spend on upgrades. So, the first position I felt I needed to upgrade was the right centre-back row, and I thought I'd check out Perrin's card, and as luck would have it, one popped up for 400 coins. Now, I'm not going to pretend that that was like the bargain of the century, but 400 coins for an 80 rated centre-back in a popular league at the start of Ultimate Team is a bargain in my eyes. I'm pretty happy with that purchase. The next position I wanted to upgrade was the right CDM spot, and Jan Envia is the player that I've ended up opting to go for. He's got some pretty good stats for a starter player, and as you can see, he's very cheap too. We've picked up two pretty good players for 800 coins, 400 coins each. I'm very happy with both of my purchases. So as you can imagine, MV is going to go in that right CDM spot and Perrin will come into the starting lineup as our right centre back. So I put the 2 new signings into the starting 11 and I thought, you know what, it's time to get into a game. So we came up against Daniel's 11 and I was kind of worried about going into divisions because I thought, you know what, we might match up against someone who's bought loads of packs and might have a stacked team. Fortunately, my opponent doesn't have a ridiculous team. He's got a good team, but it's nothing too spectacular. I was looking at his squad and I was thinking, you know what, that's a team that's beatable. He's got some good players in it, but I can beat this team. Paul Pogba and Mbappe are definitely 2 players to look out for though, because them 2 in the Ultimate Team are fantastic. Early in the game, it became pretty apparent to me that my opponent wasn't used to the timed finishing system yet, because he was missing some pretty good chances like this one here that he really should have scored. One thing I have to tell you guys, one thing I cannot stress enough to you guys is you must take the time to learn timed finishing. It's so important in this year's Ultimate Team. Unfortunately for my opponent, I'm pretty used to the timed finishing feature and I'm going to take most of my opportunities. As you can see, Kylian Mbappe on that occasion putting the ball in the back of the net. Moving on, just a few moments later, Mbappe is involved again. He comes inside before taking off a shot with his left foot. It actually takes a deflection and ends up in the back of the net. And just like that, it's 2-0. Just after the half-hour mark, the ball once again is played out to Mbappe, who is going to eventually come inside before passing to Tovin, who puts the ball in the back of the net, making it 3-0. And at this point, I thought he was going to rage quit. But to his credit, he played on. The ball is played to Griezmann, and at this point you're going to see me do plenty of passing because I wanted to drag out a few of his defenders and create a bit of space in behind that defensive line. He doesn't really pull too many of his defenders, but eventually we do find an opportunity, and it's Tovan again who gets the goal. He gets his second of the match. And the pause icon came up again, and I thought he was going to rage quit, but he actually didn't. Anyway, we should have scored and made it 5-0 just before half time, but we don't. It comes to the hour mark and my opponent once again has a very good opportunity, but once again he just hasn't got used to the timed finishing and unfortunately wastes his opportunity. Moments later, I do not waste my opportunity. I get perfect timing on my shot with Griezmann and I make it 5-0, and as you're about to see, he does pause and he does eventually quit. I don't blame him, to be honest. At 5-0 and with just 20 FIFA minutes to go, it probably was the right time to leave the match. By the way, that Griezmann celebration is fantastic. But anyway, we get a 5-0 win in our first game of the series. I'm pretty happy with that, and I'm very happy with the performance of Tovan, Griezmann and Mbappe, who all were involved in the goals. Unfortunately, all 3 are lone players and we won't be able to keep them much longer. So after completing that match, I came back to the FIFA menu to realise that some of the objectives had been completed. Now, I wasn't going out my way to do these objectives, they'd just been completed naturally, which was awesome. So we got a bunch of bonus coins and also we got ourselves a lone Cesc Fabregas. So with us having a couple of extra coins, I wanted to upgrade the left back because we'd been using a silver left mid at left back for the last game, so I thought let's get an actual one. So I went and got Kernan, who as you can see has a pretty nice card. Now it's not spectacular, but considering he only cost me 350 coins, I'm pretty happy with the purchase. He's got good pace, good defending, good physical, and also pretty good dribbling, so I'm pretty happy with that buy. In the next episode, I do want to bring in a new centre mid to replace the silver one, and I also want to bring in a new striker to replace Griezmann. So if you have suggestions for those positions, put them in the comments below. As you can see, I listed up a bunch of players that I wasn't going to use, hoping that they would sell. If they don't sell, I will be discarding them in the next episode to generate some more coins. Anyway, to finish episode 1, we are actually going to head into a squad battles match. We're going to play it on world class because I just didn't fancy playing on legendary. Now, squad battles, I know some people don't like it, but it's a pretty good way to earn coins. It's a very easy way to earn coins too. You don't have to play every single game, you don't have to go for top 100, but if you play a couple of squad battles a day, or even just a few a week, then you're going to get some nice rewards at the end of the week, and you're going to generate coins pretty quickly. So I really do advise you guys do play a couple of squad battles a week if it's possible to do so. As you can see in this game, we do take a 1-0 lead and actually make it 2-0 just before the hour mark with a nice strike from Mbappe, and then just moments later we actually go ahead and make it 3-0 through Griezmann, who puts the ball past the goalkeeper, and with that we're in complete control and we are heading for the victory. But when you come up against the AI on world class, they probably are going to be able to put the ball in the back of the net, and Cuadrado scores an absolute banger. But it's not enough. We get the 3-1 win, and we get plenty of points for it. So, yeah, looking good. We had 2-0 on our record, 1 online win, 1 offline win, but we've got a few coins to spend, and now we need to look to spend them. So, in the comments below, what centre mid should we buy, and what striker should we look to get to replace Griezmann in the next episode? Let me know in the comments. Guys, if you could leave a like on the video, that would be muchly appreciated. I promise future episodes are going to be much better, because I won't be recording them at 4 AM, and they're going to sound and look a lot better. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one, and I hope you guys are looking forward to this Road to Glory series.